Well, folks, welcome back. Excuse Wendell, he literally doesn't stop barking. Finally time to get the dog fence set up and get these guys out of the house and into the field running around. It's been a hectic morning. I went and got the skid steer, got the load of clear stone. We're going to put some clear stone in the bottom underneath the post just to help out maybe with some water drainage. And then I went and got the auger, and I ordered an 8-inch auger bit with the auger like last week, and it didn't even show up. The bit didn't show up, the auger's there, the bit didn't show up, so then I called another rental company. They had one with a 10-inch bit, and now we're finally hooked up and ready to go. So we've got the New Holland C345, we've got the auger bit, we got like 3.5 feet marked because we want to have roughly 3 feet of our posts in the ground. That will give us like roughly 6 inches of stone in each hole. We got 1.5 inch clear stone right there, and then we got 56 fence posts over here, and they are treated with a 50-50 mix of diesel and used oil, just like the old timers used to do, and their stuff lasted a long time. And you know, some people might say, oh, that's bad for the ground and all that. Trust me, this is way better for the earth than the stuff that you buy in the box stores. I can guarantee you. If you want to do a little test, maybe I'll have to do one to prove myself right. Put a little bit of this mixture on a little patch of grass, and then do the same thing with stains and pentox and all that, and I guarantee you that the diesel oil mixture is going to do much better. So I've never used an auger before. This machine has had one on it. One of my guys used an auger, but it's my first time. So we'll see how it goes. Right now we've got our 4 corners marked here, up there, over there, and here, and then we're going to run a string line, and we're going to do every 10 feet is where our post will be. So it might move a post back, might move a post in, wherever the 10-foot mark works out to be. We haven't measured it yet. It's more so just getting things lined up. So let's see how this goes. Okay, first hole. Be on a rock. On the back of my truck. Alright, so I realized that I was going the wrong way on my toggle switch here, so it's the opposite of my mulcher. Alright, so now we got her. That was much better. So we got 2 corners yet to mark. And then I'm going to take this off and put the bucket on. Put some stone in our holes. To get our 4 corners marked, and then I'm going to run string line and mark all the 10-foot spans. That's close enough. Yeah, well, they'll probably be mowing, but it won't smell as good when I'm in here mowing.
Well, carry on.
Yep, see you later.
I'm tired just watching you.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, well, here we are. It's the next morning. Yesterday didn't go very good. We got the 4 corners in. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 posts done. And then the auger bit broke. It was welded before, the weld didn't hold up, but you can see what we got going on. So we got the string line run, we got the holes on this line marked, and the holes on this line marked. I went this morning, picked up another bit, so now I got a 12-inch bit. And then Brady stopped yesterday after work and took the 10-inch bit home and welded it up. It was definitely welded before. Like I said, it was a very poor weld. Hopefully this weld will hold up a lot better, that's for sure. So I'm gonna take the bucket off, throw the auger on. I gotta put depth in this thing, put the 10-inch bit back on, and we'll be ready to roll again. This is the only line over here yet to mark. So I want to give a huge shout out to my father. I know he watches these videos. Appreciate that, Dad. He was over here the last 2 days with me, and I definitely could not have done it without him. Not a chance. He worked harder than I did, 100%. I was in the machine for some of it. He didn't get that luxury. So Dad, thank you very much. I don't know what else to say, really. I couldn't done without you. Thanks, man. Well, folks, look at the, what do we got? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 posts over there left over, and there's one up in the woods I didn't like, and there's one laying here, so that's 50 posts. Well, we got 49 put in, one more to go. So it worked out pretty good. So 50 posts in, the line is pretty straight. There's one that's kind of ahead there right by the skid steer. We string line them, mark them all like I showed you, but if there's rocks in the ground, it kind of deflects the auger. I had to move a couple, and there's 2 I'm gonna need the excavator for. This side here turned out really good. That's pretty much bang on. And these ones are leveled up. So these ones are leveled up and compacted, nice and solid. Not really going anywhere. Be even better once I get like the 4 rows of 1x5. I believe we're doing 4 rows. We might do 3 rows, but I'm kind of thinking that 4 rows will be better. So I still have these other 3 sides to come through and compact, and with the shovel, the back end of the shovel, stomp them all in and level them up. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to pick up the boards. I think there's 160 of them, which is not going to be enough, I don't think. But another big project is I need to measure 5 feet off the ground and then cut all these off so they're exactly 5 feet above the ground, because these are rough cut. Some are 8 feet, some are 8.5 feet, some are 9 feet. And I marked on the auger, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys that. I put a spray paint mark on the auger at 3.5 feet, because then that would give me 6 inches of clear stone in the bottom. But again, it's not, this is not sand, this is not clay. We're in Nova Scotia, there's a lot of rock. So some are 3 feet deep, some are 3.5 feet deep, some are 2.5 feet deep. It's just, it's what we're working with. So we'll have to go through, mark all these at 5 feet, cut them all off so that it's a nice, you know, nice transition. And then we got the 3 or 4 rows of boards to go on. I put, so I put clear stone in the bottom, and then I put clear stone like the first foot around the post. And that just helped with a little bit of drainage, and then the soil around that. So yesterday I'm pretty sure we had, I'll check the footage, but I think pretty sure we had 12 done as of this morning, and now we have 50. So 38 posts today. Now this one here has to get moved, the second one, but the auger couldn't drill it because there's a massive rock literally right here. So I'll have to get the excavator for this one. And the very last post of the day, this one here is a little off too, but again, rocks. These aren't leveled up, keep in mind. And then the very last post of the day that was going in, it definitely was not happening. This one right here. This is a rock right here. Big granite. So I gotta bring the excavator in for this one and that one. And I think on the back side, Ashley wants me to dig a little trench here, and on the back side we're going to use a livestock fence. I don't think we're going to use livestock fence on the other sides, but I mean I could be wrong. And this one here, this one's ahead a little bit. This guy, you can see how he's ahead slightly, but again, big rock right there. Once the fence is up, you know, the dogs are inside, the boards are up, it is what it is. Probably gonna put the gate either on this first or second section on this side, or up here somewhere on flat ground. So the gate, you know, it's not gonna be running into the ground. You kind of want flat ground for that. It's fairly flat right here, and then it tapers up. Same thing here, it tapers up and then it levels out over here. But we'll figure that out at another time. The weld that Brady did, it held up. So that was good. No issues at all with the auger. Yeah, the weld held up really well. The guys I rented it from at OCR, they said, you know, if you want to weld it, go ahead. I did get the 12-inch auger just in case, but this 10-inch was perfect for these posts. Originally I had ordered an 8-inch bit, and I think the 8-inch bit would have been too tight to get some gravel in around the post. I would have liked to have tried it though to see if the 8-inch would do it, because this is actually something that I wouldn't mind doing with the skid steer, you know, building fences, livestock fences and stuff like that for people, making that part of what we do. But we'll see. But anyway, folks, gotta pack stuff up, shut the truck down. Next step, like I told you all before. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna run up and grab the boards tomorrow. I'm gonna put the boards through the planer, which means I have to go back to the camp to get that, and then stain those, and then put them on, build the gate, livestock mesh, and then boom, the dogs are in here. And this is like right around 13 to 14,000 square feet, this area. So lots of room for them to roam.